Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Sparkle English, where I teach you how to improve your level of English. My name is Jennifer, and today we are going to do the quiz based on my most popular video on this channel, my lesson on 8 comma rules. In this video, there will be 20 questions and you have to correct each sentence. So we are going to go through 3 different pages with questions on each page. So test your knowledge. Are these sentences correct? How many can you get correct out of 20? Number 1. Dorothy went on her adventure with a lion, a scarecrow, and a tin man. Number 2. Do you want a cheese and tomato omelet for breakfast? Number 3. Nathan is a great guy, but I just don't picture a future together. Number 4. Please have the documents ready for Monday, and don't forget to sign each page. Number 5. They have a meeting tomorrow afternoon and one on Monday morning. Number 6. I'm not going to work tomorrow, for I feel really under the weather. Okay, so let's correct these together. Number 1 is incorrect. We need to add some commas. We have to add a comma after a lion and a scarecrow. That's because we have to use commas to separate items in a series of 3 or more things. This comma after scarecrow is technically optional. It depends on the style guide you are using. It's called the Oxford comma. I think it's best to always use the Oxford comma to avoid confusion. Number 2 is incorrect. We do not use a comma before for in this scenario. We only use a comma before the coordinating conjunction for when it is followed by an independent clause. And breakfast is not an independent clause. Number 3 is also incorrect. We need a comma. Nathan is a great guy, comma, but I just don't picture a future together. I just don't picture a future together is an independent clause, so we have to use a comma before the coordinating conjunction but. And also with number 4, we need a comma before and. Because we have 2 imperative sentences, please have the documents ready for Monday. Don't forget to sign each page, so we have to connect this with a comma and the coordinating conjunction and. Number 5 is correct. We don't add any commas. They have a meeting tomorrow afternoon and one on Monday morning. We don't use a comma before and because one on Monday morning is not a complete sentence. And number 6 is correct. We do use a comma before for because I really feel under the weather is an independent clause and I'm not going to work tomorrow is also an independent clause. Okay, so write down how many you got out of 6 for the first part of this quiz. Now let's go to page 2. Number 7. Unfortunately, the event has been canceled due to the weather. Number 8. I can't decide if I'm going to dress up as a witch, ghost, or skeleton. Number 9. Diego, my boyfriend, works in the military. Number 10. Stop talking immediately, the teacher demanded. Number 11. Lorena is moving to Sydney, Australia next summer. Number 12. If it rains tomorrow, I'll have to cancel our reservation at the beachside restaurant. Number 13. They celebrate their wedding anniversary on Friday, October 21st. Okay, number 7 is incorrect. We need a comma after unfortunately. We have to use a comma to separate an introductory element from the rest of the sentence. Number 8 is also incorrect. We have to add commas after witch and after ghost because again, we have a series of 3 or more things. Number 9 is also incorrect. We need to add another comma. Diego, my boyfriend, comma, works in the military. We have commas before my boyfriend and after my boyfriend because we use a comma to separate a phrase or a word from the rest of the sentence that isn't essential to the sentence's meaning. This sentence can be, Diego works in the military. My boyfriend is just extra information. So we separate that with 2 commas. And number 10 is also incorrect. We need to add a comma. We have to replace this period after immediately with a comma. We have to use a comma to separate a quotation from the rest of a sentence, so we can't use a period here. And number 11 is also incorrect. We need to add some commas. We have to add a comma after Sydney and after Australia because we use a comma to separate the name of a city from a country or state. Number 12 is also incorrect. We need to add a comma. If it rains tomorrow, comma, I'll have to cancel our reservation at the beachside restaurant. We need to use a comma to separate a dependent clause from an independent clause. And if it rains tomorrow is a dependent clause. And finally, number 13 is also incorrect. They celebrate their wedding anniversary on Friday, comma, October 21st. We need to use a comma to separate the day of the week and the day of the month. Okay, so let me know how many you got on this page out of 7. And let's go on to our final page. Number 14. Yes, she is coming to the performance tomorrow. Number 15. When I was a child, I loved to play outside with my siblings. Number 16. Mom said, Sarah can't make it tomorrow. Number 17. I'm celebrating my birthday on Friday and my friends are celebrating theirs on Saturday. Number 18. We bought a new car and decided to go on a road trip. Number 19. Jason Momoa was born August 1st, 1979. And finally, number 20. Janie wants to get married one day, yet she always dates men who are emotionally unavailable. Okay, let's correct these together. Number 14 is incorrect. We need to add a comma after yes. Remember, we add commas after introductory elements or words in a sentence. Number 15 is also incorrect. We have to add a comma after child. When I was a child. Because when a dependent clause comes before an independent clause, we have to add a comma. Number 16 is also incorrect. We need a comma after said. Mom said, comma, Sarah can't make it tomorrow. We have to use a comma to separate a quotation from the rest of a sentence. Number 17 is also incorrect. We have 2 independent clauses joined by a conjunction, coordinating conjunction, so we add a comma after Friday. Number 18 is correct, finally. We do not add a comma before and. Why? Well, because decided to go on a road trip is not an independent clause. If we had a pronoun, we decided to go on a road trip, that would make it an independent clause. But without the pronoun, it is a dependent clause, so we don't add a comma before and. Number 19 is also correct. And finally, number 20 is incorrect. Again, we have 2 independent clauses joined by the coordinating conjunction yet, so we add a comma after day. Okay, so let me know in the comment section how many you got correct out of 20. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Make sure to click on the links in the description below this video to see all my other videos on comma rules and other comma quizzes. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next lesson.